Hey guys, it's Eric RPG, and I'm back with another video, and, well, this time I'm going to do something a little bit different for the future. And I'm starting with a new segment called Grinder Reviews, based off the RP Grinders podcast I'm a part of. And today is Enter the Gungeon, and I'll be posting this on my YouTube page like usual, but it will also show up at Boston Bastard Brigade, bostonbastardbrigade.com. No spaces and no capitalizations are necessary. But with that out of the way, onto the review. Enter the Gungeon is a wonderful little game that likes to combine two often disparate elements together, uh, and you know, mash them up. But the two genres in particular are twin stick shooter and uh, randomly, randomly generated dungeon crawler. Um, so basically, it's a roguelike with twin stick shooter elements, and it is difficult but fun. And I can't say it's rewarding in particular because the game does not record your progress. You pretty much have to run and see how far you can go before you give up or get to the end and beat the game. But the fun lies in finding in all the different guns and messing around with them and fighting the different bosses, because there are lots of different bosses. Although I consistently get one boss that has a big reference to Metal Gear Solid. You'll know what I mean when you see it if you've played that series, especially the first game. But lots of guns have interesting effects. Like, there's a gun that you can find that is a cannonball, but the cannons ricochet, but the gun doesn't just fire, you have to actually charge it up. And another one that actually works like a Cupid's arrow and will make enemies fight for you for a brief moment. But there's also weird guns, like the squirt gun, which has very little combat value, but you can use it to put out fires, or push enemies into pits, or into traps, because there are traps in the game in the later dungeons. But the game likes to screw you over a lot because there's the random generation seemingly is out to get you, but there is a small semblance of progress that be had. There are hegemony credits that you can pick up from defeating the bosses, and they are used in the game to unlock things like extra characters or other things in the game that I don't know of yet, because not only is collecting them only reserved for boss fights, but you have to actually find the person that lets you actually spend them. So I haven't found them yet, but that's the big challenge of the game. There are weird pickups you can get that will boost your health, but like I said, everything gets reset when you die. And, well, the whole concept of the game is that you're a prisoner that the government has put in, and then they've decided to give you a chance at redemption if you can make it through the dungeon alive at the end and claim the treasure, which is actually a gun that is supposedly reset or and then erase time itself, particularly your own. So you're basically fighting to erase your own past, which I assume is the reason you're there in the first place. If you can erase that, then you're free. But the game is very light on plot, you could say. But I liked using all the different guns, and there are different characters you can use. Like, the con artist can pick locks. It doesn't always work, though. But they all have a default weapon that has unlimited ammo, but usually holds a weird amount of bullets. It's almost always 6, unless you play as the ex-marine, which has a semi-automatic rifle, which is weak, but at least it has unlimited ammo. But you do have to reload, and the one thing I kind of wish this game had was would be an active reload feature like in Gears of War, where you could boost the power of your shots And each character, though, has at least a passive ability. But you can pick up other things, like I said earlier, to help you out. But it is very difficult. But for those looking for a really good twin stick shooter challenge that it is punishing, and I know people out there that would love that, this game's for you. Otherwise, I'd suggest stay away or try an actual roguelike without having to worry about Twitch control schemes. Um, it is bullet helly though, so at least the game gives you a dodge roll function that gives you invincible. I can't spell today, can I? That's how this is what this game's done to me. I can't speak anymore. But invincibility frames. So there's your out for that, and I guess it makes up the fact that you don't really have a hitbox of any kind. But I'd give this game a 4 out of 5 stars. As for the good, bad, and ugly, the good is that it's fun and the game's actually really smooth. There's no frame rate drops that I noticed, at least on the PC version that I played. That was provided by Devolver Digital. But other than that, it has really nice sprite work, really good soundtrack, and it's not terribly expensive. It's the average price of a digital title on Steam, which I think is about $20. I could be wrong about the price, but I know it's definitely not higher than that. I should have probably checked it before doing this review, but I'll do that next time. But that is if it isn't on sale right now, but I highly doubt that. But if you're in the mood for something punishingly difficult, go check it out. Until next time, see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hi, yeah, I kind of forgot the bad and the ugly, and the bad is, the game's hard, and it'll probably deter a lot of people. The ugly is possible loss of sanity. It nearly happened to me. Well, that's all I have to say.